What do you do when you discover that everything you've ever known is a lie? That was the simple premise I started with when I wrote, when I first started writing Born of the Gods, was I wanted to put the character in a situation where everything that she knew was false and the people she trusted were not who they represented themselves as or were not what they represented themselves to be. So does that sound like a great big conspiracy theory? Well, if you know me at all, then that lines up pretty good. Hey, if you don't know who I am, my name's Craig. I'm the author of The Resin Chronicles, and Born of the Gods is my latest and greatest release. But ultimately, when you look at the protagonist's journey in this book, that was the premise I started with. Was I said, hey, what would it look like to have a story where the protagonist is is in a situation where the people she trusted are not what they presented themselves as, where everything she believed in wasn't what she was led to believe it was. And so Arleia is a female main character. She's in her 40s, has spent her entire life as a high priestess worshiping a goddess. And in her mind, she believes that her worshiping of this goddess promotes that goddess's health and well being. That's what she was taught her entire life. That's what she was led to believe. The story opens on the day of her goddess's death, where her goddess explodes, obliterating her entire city. But she wakes up in the fiery aftermath, healing, but she has no idea why. And now she's faced with the situation of trying to figure out what to do with herself because she was supposed to die with her goddess. That's what she was led to believe. That's what she's dedicated her entire life to. And now she's not dead. And now she's healing. She doesn't know why. She thinks she's been cursed. She thinks she's been cast down with the heretics to burn, right? And that's how the story opens. And it goes from there. So if you're into dark fantasy and you like stories that deal with kind of deeper questions of what does it mean to believe? What do you do when the things that you believed in turn out not to be what you were told they were? And you have to discover a new path and manage, your own personal growth. Um, then Born of the Gods might be a dark fantasy you really enjoy. And that's